question is, why is life worth living, in your opinion? So that could be the big question, or that could also be, what are the little things in life that you enjoy so much?
Okay. Well, I think that when it comes down to the question, why is life worth living? That's funny, because I thought it was, what is the meaning of life? So now I have to rethink, because that's completely different. Why is life worth living? Well, life is worth living because, I guess if we're asking that question, it's from the perspective of someone that's contemplating whether or not to choose to continue or not, I'm guessing. I think the big thing that you'd have to consider is that to continue life is to change perspective based on experience. So if you're going to actually go through life, the experiences that you have are going to alter your perspective, so you won't actually be in a state in which you can actually judge whether you should or should not continue, because you don't know if you might actually change your perspective based on something that happens later, which actually really is interesting, because it kind of rounds off to the point, which is, how are we an individual if our experience alters our perspective? So in the sense of like whether or not life is worth living, that really isn't the point. It's how you interpret the experience of life and how you consume it that changes whether or not you're actually going to be someone that asks that question, or someone who just looks for the results and continues. How's that?
That's good.
Okay.
That's good. Do you want to, are there certain things, for instance, as you as an individual,
Yeah.
what do you find, like, what are some of the things that you enjoy so much that they could be on your favorite things list of you know, why do you wake up in the morning? What are the things that you enjoy so much?
You know, okay. What I enjoy is that there's always something new to learn, and that it's based on how I decide to interpret the experience, because some days I will be thinking a certain way, or I'll reflect upon how I was before, and it's completely changed. And in a lot of ways, a lot of times I become a hypocrite, which is, I find ironically amusing, because the fact that life can just change, and your perspective of life can change based on any kind of experience, makes you want to get out, because then you're going to actually have a new experience every day. But I think the most important thing is you have an open mind. I think when you get to be negative, you start contemplating, you know, should we or should we not, like, continue, or like, what's the point of life, that type of thing. When you start asking those questions, you're shutting yourself off from stimulus, because you're basically deciding whether or not it's worth it. When in reality, it's not whether it's worth or it's not worth it, it's how you take it that matters. So, I mean, when it comes to what do I enjoy about it, like, I enjoy everything, in the sense that experience is really important, because I think when a lot of people get in the habit of looking at things from, okay, the point of life, or what I like to do is things that like are pleasure, like pleasure seekers. People say, okay, well, to live life to the fullest, but what does that actually mean? Because if you look at the people that are the like most intense pleasure seekers, like drug addicts, for example, they seek pleasure more than anybody else, and yet their lives are often the most miserable out of anybody's. So I think that to think about that question, what do I like when I get up in the morning? I like the fact that I won't know what will happen, and that whatever happens, I'll have experienced it.